What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a full workout for you. This is a full skill workout that we actually do in the skill code. A lot of times I give you guys single drills. A lot of times on the podcast I talk about the science behind drills, but I don't give you guys a lot of full workouts. And so this one is just going to be a free workout that you guys can go do. And I've seen this work for kids from age 10. My nephew was 10 when he started this stuff, all the way up to NBA superstars. We're doing similar work with them. So first up, we just start with curvilinear tag. So we're just going around the center circle, and I'm just trying to tag him in under 15 seconds. If I tag him, the game is over. If I cannot tag him, then we take about 30 seconds to a minute off, depending on where our conditioning is at. And then we flip. So now he's chasing me. Typically, we would spend about 5 minutes doing this drill. Of course, a lot of that is going to be rest time. But you just start minimal and then work your way up. Let's say you just go like 3 sets each, so you're the chaser for 3 and you're being chased for 3, 6 total sets. Start there and then gradually add 1 set each day. That drill is huge for agility. We go around a curve, so you're training inside ankle, outside ankle. So important to strengthen inside and outside of the ankle with these curvilinear runs, because basketball is all curvilinear. So we're really preparing for the forces that we're going to see on the court. Next up, we get into this 2-on-1 full court. So this should be pretty sloppy. You know that feeling where you're playing 21 and everybody is just pressing up? You got like 3 guys pressing up on you and you can barely get a shot off, so you got to come up with these crazy moves. That's where a lot of the best movers are developed. Not the standard drills that people are doing. It's these moments as a kid where you were just coming up with different movement solutions. That's what this feels like. You got 2 guys, full court, and you're just trying to get loose. You're trying to split the defense, whatever you want. You're just trying to get a bucket. Next up, we got 2-on-1 finishing. So I'm just coming from the help side. I'm using our league length pads, and I'm trying to block everything. So this is a drill where we're looking for frustration, right? There's some drills where we want to boost your confidence. You want to make 7, 8 out of 10 layups. There's some drills where I want you making like 2 out of 10. It's going to be frustrating, but this is where it really stretches your abilities. We would follow this workout up like tomorrow. We do more of a confidence workout where it's less guarded stuff and it's more makes and just working on skill. So that's where you really boost your confidence back up. Because if all you do is very difficult drills where you're only making 2 out of 10, a lot of times you start tweaking stuff, you start thinking something's wrong. In reality, you're just doing very hard drills and it's part of the process. But we like to stagger them where we stretch your abilities and then we kind of cement it with more of a confidence workout. The next day, stretch your abilities. The next day, cement it with a confidence workout. So different ways that you can do that. Obviously, you could hold up a foam roller, a broomstick, or if you have somebody bigger than you, then they can just be your dummy defender. By the way, at the end of this video, I'll talk to you guys about what you should do if you do not have a partner, because I know a lot of you guys are going to say that in the comments. All right, next up, we have just closeout shooting. So this is Davion. This is his brother, my other nephew, and he's just tossing it out, closing out. So the benefit there is we're just learning how to shoot against a closeout. If he needs it, he gets 1 dribble, right? So if Davion were to close out really hard and he can't get a shot up, then he can use 1 dribble, pull up that the mid-range. But ideally, you're just working on getting it up quick with very little space. The game is very simple. If you can shoot against closeouts and then you can attack closeouts, you're a really good basketball player. That right there is so much more valuable than being able to do a triple between the legs, wrap, spin move. Like, that stuff is good, and we'll do some of that stuff in training just to train your handle. But this is what makes really good basketball players. Now, typically on a drill like this, we would do it at 3 spots. So we would probably go wing, top of the key, and then the other wing. And I would go for about 10 to 15 minutes total here. Next up, we're coming off a pick and roll and going against a dropped big or a zoned big. So if the big is sagging back, we're just getting used to coming off, pulling that quick one. And I'm using a league length pad just so he can get used to having a hand in his face. Now, if I show too hard, he can change directions and get to a mid-range. So I always want you to have that backup option, because if you're strict, like all I'm doing is coming off and shooting, well, if they give you a good contest, then what are you doing? You're just throwing it up to the sky. You're throwing up bad shots. Like, keep the defender honest. I don't care if it's a dummy defender. They got to be honest enough to where, yeah, if you suck up space like that, then we're getting to the mid-range, right? But ideally, on this one, I'm trying to kind of give him that in-between where you're not quite open, but you're just open enough to shoot. Same thing here. We would go wing, center, wing, and I would go for a total of 10 to 15 minutes. I would count makes and misses and set the goal based on your current level. And then from there, we just finish it out with some soccer. So sometimes we actually throw this in the warm-up, but this really builds that brain to foot connection. When you build that brain to foot connection, it makes the basketball specific stuff so much easier. When you look at some of the GOATs of footwork, Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant, Hakeem Olajuwon, above 7 foot, you got Joel Embiid. They all grew up playing soccer. Diana Taurasi, right? So some of the footwork GOATs all came up playing soccer. That is not a coincidence. And there's actually a lot of studies on this as well, that it reduces the risk of injury long term, but it also can improve performance in your individual sport by just building those connections. And I'm telling you, when you pick up the game later on, like Hakeem and Joel Embiid picked up the game way late. At 16, they were really, really, really bad. They could not move. But then they learned some specifics, some specific moves, and all of a sudden they master it, right? It doesn't take them years to master footwork. It might take them a week because they have such good brain to foot connection. So very important that we call this microdosing other sports, because a lot of kids, a lot of players just aren't playing multiple sports year round anymore. It's unfortunate, but that's where we're at in today's society with AAU and everything. People are playing year round, and so in our programs, we just microdose some other sports. We have deload weeks, so every 4th week in the basketball athleticism code, we force you to take a week off and you go play other sports, right? We still do like some isometrics and some joint stuff, some joint health stuff, but I want you playing 45 minutes of sports every day or every other day. So to wrap up this workout, this is a difficult workout. This is a workout where it might not boost your confidence initially, but it boosts your confidence in games because you've been in game-like situations. A lot of our workouts look like this. However, most of our other workouts have more one-on-one or one-on-O individual work, I should say. This is more you need a partner. However, if you are on the Unranked Academy, so this is the skill code program that lives in the Unranked Academy with all our other strength programs, athleticism programs. If you're in the Unranked Academy, right, and you don't have a partner every day, choose one day where you go recruit 2 partners and put all these small-sided games in that one day. So your other 6 days, you could do all the individual work. And then in that one day, take all of those small-sided games, whether it's 1 versus 1, 1 versus 2, playing tag, all the different drills that we have that require a partner, you're going to throw that in that last day. That is, you're still going to get really good results from that, especially if you're playing. You're still playing 5-on-5 and 3-on-3. But yes, so don't get paralysis by analysis where you're like, well, I don't have a partner, so I can't do the program. You can absolutely do the program. Just find one day a week where you can go find a partner. And if you get the league length pads, you can even have a parent or a brother or a little sister hold it up, and they're going to be like Victor Wembanyama. They might block your shot a few times. So thanks for tuning in for today's skill code workout. If you're ready to join the program and really transform your athleticism, your basketball IQ, we have NBA coaches, D1 coaches actually teaching you the IQ side of the game, which is a game changer. We have the skill code, so it's a full year skill program. We have injury reduction stuff, athleticism work, basketball strength program, which is year round. We have an in-season program, off-season program. We have a preseason program where we ramp up your conditioning. This is the best program I've ever put together for basketball players. So if you guys are ready to sign up for the program, check it out at pjfperformance.com. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Go try this and then come back to the comments and let me know your thoughts. I know it's a little bit frustrating, but I'm telling you it's good for you long term. Until next time, I'm out.